Hello everyone, in today's lecture we will see why world is transmitting AC power through three phase. Normally people will say in case of single phase we can transfer only Vi cos phi. If it is three phase we can transfer bulk amount of power, that is 3 times more power. So your answer normally will be three phase is to transfer high amount of power. If you're having a little more knowledge on electrical, then you would say this three phase is having a rotating magnetic field which helps the motors, AC motors, to start on its own, self-starting. Self-starting feasibility will be there for three phase. And further you will say instantaneous power for three phase is constant. So at each and every instant, though these three phases are changing with respect to time, but the instantaneous power of all these three phases will be constant. And that will lead to produce a constant torque. It will give a constant torque, it will not give a pulsating torque. But in case of three phase, no RMF, no rotating magnetic field, and instantaneous power is changing with respect to time, hence torque also is not constant, that is also changing with respect to time. This is what normally one would answer. But this is not exactly the answer, because these attributes will be there even for two phase also. Two phase also, yes, RMF will be there, and instantaneous power is constant. Yes, it is true. I'll show you why it is constant and how it is constant. Hence, torque is also constant. Now coming to bulk amount of power, of course, it can give 2 Vi cos phi. Of course, as it is a three phase, 3 wires, obviously it is a little more. Now you may say, no sir, 3 is much more than 2. Okay, then why not 6 phase? 6 phase is having 6 Vi cos phi. Bulk power is transferred through 6 phase also. And RMF is there, this is also there, this is also there. All these three things will be there. And why not 4 phase? Why not 5 phase? 7 phase, 8 phase, 9 phase, 10 phase, 24 phase, n number of phases. All these will be there for any number of phases. Why you are only picking at 3 phase? That is the question. Okay. So let me give the answer before I explain this. This 3 phase, 4 phase, 5 phase, 6 phase, 7 phase, these phases are having a special importance, or they are having a special attribute. What is that? If it is a 3 phase, if I add first phase voltage or current, second phase voltage or current, third phase voltage or current, you may take voltage or current, if I add all these three, it will give us 0. In case of this also, same. If I take current, I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to 0. Okay. And fifth phase also same. All are same. This will give us the advantage. What is the advantage? Because of this feature, transmission line losses are reduced by 50%. This attribute will make transmission line losses to decrease by 50%. Not only losses, transmission line voltage drop also is reduced by 50%. If I use 2 phase, I will not get this feature, because in case of 2 phase, this condition is not true. What is 2 phase? First phase is having at an angle 0, and second phase may be lagging or leading by 90 degrees. So if I add these two signals, you will not get 0. Alright. Now come to the point how with these 50% is coming down. Okay, before we go to the proof, you may say now, all these are having 50% of reduction, then why we are choosing only 3 phase, why not 6 phase? The reason is very simple, because 3 is the least number among all these. So if it is the least number, what is the advantage? Obviously, we have to transmit less number of wires. Of course, not only wires, if the wire number is less, transmission tower height is also less, number of insulators also less, right of way, the space. There are many things into consideration, as well as substation. If you go to substation, number of circuit breakers, number of current transformers, potential transformers, power transformers. There are many things, all will be reduced. So we are restricting all these number to 3 phase, just 3, because it is being the least number of conductors. Now let's look at these things in details. Number 1, in case of 2 phase also, I said power is constant. We look at that. Number 2, in case of 3, 4, 5, 6 phases, transmission line losses and voltage drop is reduced by 50%. How it is happening? We look at that now. Okay, let me first conclude why in case of 3 phase power is constant. Though input voltage and currents are changing with respect to time, but output power is constant. How it is happening? I am not giving any mathematical derivations. I am showing this through some simulation, MATLAB simulation. R phase voltage and current, Y phase voltage and current. If I multiply these two, I'll get Y phase power, instantaneous power. Now, if I add all these 3 powers, R phase, Y phase, B phase powers, I'll get a constant value. This is a constant. Okay? Is it changing with respect to time? No. At any time, if you see, the magnitude is same. And how much is the magnitude? The magnitude is 3 VI cos phi. Okay? As power is constant, torque produced by a motor is also constant. Okay? Now let's go for 2 phase. Yeah. We have 2 phases. 2 phase means first phase and second phase are displaced by 90 degrees. Their corresponding powers. If I add these two, you see what you get? You get again constant. If I add first and second one, we have a constant power. What is the magnitude of this? It is 2 VI cos phi. Okay. So in case of 2 phase also, you will get a constant power and constant torque. So everything is same. But the magnitude is less. Let's now go for single phase. What will happen? Yeah. In case of single phase, only we have this. So, there is nothing to add to this. So we got the same. What is the average value of this? Average value of this will be VI cos phi. What is the maximum value of this? 2 VI cos phi. Okay. I hope now first point is clear. That is, in case of 2 phase also, output power is constant. Not only for 2 phase, 4, 5, 6, any number of phases, output power is constant. Now let's go to second point. What is that? How transmission line losses is reduced by 50%. So let me take a single phase source. I'm taking a single phase AC source. I'm taking some load, 3 loads of resistance value R. So they're driving a current of I. Each one is driving I current. And this is a transmission line. Okay. So through this transmission line, what is the current? 3I, because all these 3 currents are added up. Total current coming through the transmission line is 3I. And the distance of this transmission line is, I'm assuming it has 100 kilometers length. Okay. So 100 kilometers length transmission line is having a resistance of small r. Now tell me, what is the transmission line losses as well as voltage drop across the transmission line? It's very simple. I square R losses, transmission line power losses, current flowing through this is how much? 3 into I. I square is 3I square. That is the current. R, what is R? Small r is the resistance. Again, current is coming back through the same transmission lines. Single phase I am talking about. So here also, this is also having a length of 100 kilometers. So this wire is also having a resistance of R, total 2R. So resistance is 2R. So how much is the transmission line losses? 18 I square R. What is the voltage drop? I into R. I is 3I. R is total resistance is 2R. I am not taking this resistance into consideration because this is a load. I'm talking about only transmission line losses. Clear? So keep these two figures in your mind. Let's now change the configuration a bit. That is, let me supply these three loads by using three single phase sources, not by using one single phase source. Let me use three single phase sources to supply these three loads. Like this. Again, the transmission line length is 100 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 100 kilometers. So these three are loads which are 100 kilometers away from the source. If you see, all these three are in same phase. Three single phase sources. 0 degrees, 0 degrees, 0 degrees. Okay. Now here, each one is driving current of I. If you notice, resistance is increased by 3 times. Why? Because as the current carrying by this transmission line is reduced by 3 times, earlier we were having 3I, now it is just I. As current is less, we don't have to use such a thick wire. We'll have to use a thin wire to just withstand I. So the area of cross section of the wire is reduced by 3 times. We know R is equal to rho L by A. Area is reduced by 3 times, so resistance is increased by 3 times. That's why it is 3R. So if this is 3R, this length also, this is also having 3R resistance. Likewise, each and every phase. Now let's find what is the transmission line losses. Current is from each wire we are having a current of I square, because we know power loss equal to I square R. What is the resistance? This is having a resistance of, this phase transmission is having a resistance of 3R plus 3R, 6R. Okay. So we have 3 phases, so I am multiplying with 3. So now what is the total transmission line losses? 18 I square R. Again, transmission line voltage drop is, I is a current, resistance is 6R in this transmission line. So it is 6R. If you notice, earlier values and these values both are same. Okay. Now let's change this a little bit. Instead of taking 3 wires in return, let me just combine all these. I'm just clubbing it. Okay. I'm not taking individual wire return. I'm taking return through one common wire, which is thick wire. Okay. Because it is carrying total current 3I. Now let's see whether I'm gaining some advantage or not. Now again, current is I here, so resistance is 3R. I, so this is also 3R. This is also 3R, 100 kilometers length. But this one, which is also 100 kilometers length, it is having a current of 3I. Because all these 3 currents are returning from this conductor. So this is having a more cross-sectional area, so less resistance. So this part is having a resistance of, yes, just R. Now let's find what is the transmission line losses. Let me find for this I square into 3R. I square into 3R. We have 3 such lines, so I am multiplying with 3 plus this conductor loss. 3I square into resistance of this, which is R. Now what is the total? 18 I square R. And now transmission line drop, voltage drop across the transmission line. This phase if I take I into 3R plus 3I into R, which will get 6R. And also this phase I'll get 6R. This phase I'll get 6R. Now what do you understand from this? This value and earlier values all are same. Okay. Now let me change a little. Instead of taking 3 same phases, let me take 3 different phases. That is, each phase is now having a phase shift of 120 degrees. Okay, maybe lagging or leading. All are having 120 degrees displaced. Okay. Now let's observe. As we know, in case of 3 phase which are displaced by 120 degrees, this return conductor will not carry any current if it is a balanced system. That's what I said. X1 plus X2 plus X3 is equal to 0. Means I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0 here. So there is no current flowing through this. Okay. Now let's find losses. Transmission line losses. Current is I. Resistance is 3R. So I square into 3R. 3 such kind of things. So into 3. And what is the loss in this? 0 square into R, which is 0. What is the total losses? What do you understand now? In the earlier case, we got 18 I square R, but here we got 9 I square R, which is a reduction of 50%. And also here, transmission line voltage drop. Let me take this phase. In this phase, this is not offering any voltage drop. Only this is offering a voltage drop. That is 50% less than earlier. In the earlier case, we got 6R. Here we got 3R. I hope now the second one also is clear. How this X1 plus X2 plus X3 equal to 0 will help us in reducing the losses and voltage drop by 50%. Okay. So this is the reason why we use 3 phase, not 2 phase or 6 phase or 4 phase or any number of phases. Because if you go for a higher number of phases, of course, we'll get an advantage of reduction in 50%, but at a cost of more number of conductors. To transmit more number of conductors, of course, obviously you require more space and the height, tower height is more. And there are many more complications. So the least and best number is 3 to get such a kind of feature. So we are going for 3 phase. I hope now all of you understand why we are using 3 phase. It is not just to transfer bulk amount of power. It is also helping us in reducing the losses. Thank you for watching.